Greetings. I just wanted to stop and give you a real quick tour of the updates we've done in the kitchen. I haven't shown you in a long time what we have done, and it is Thanksgiving and we're waiting for our children to arrive. So we have most of the work items out of sight. So I thought it would be a good time to show you what we have done so far. We're getting really close to finishing. Before I show you around the room, I want to say, if you do not remember what the original kitchen looked like, or what the clean slate looked like, or you are new to this channel, maybe you might want to go and just take a quick look. Stop this video and take a quick look and come back so you can see the difference. Okay, I do have my Thanksgiving preparation mess out, so I'm going to apologize for that right now, but it is the working kitchen and we are hosting today for our whole family, so we have a lot to do. So I couldn't really film without having that in it. So I'm going to just, before I get into the kitchen end, I'm trying to pan over, and I want to say that Joe is here with me, and this is really Joe's work. He has done just about all of this absolutely on his own. Okay, so let's go over here and say hello to Joe.
Hi.
Hi, Joe.
Do I have to wave?
You don't have to wave. See, you always say that, but you don't really have to wave. Okay, this area hasn't changed too much from when you last saw it. It is still the music section of our living room. This was always the case, but you might notice, let's go over here. I'm going to show, Joe, do you want to go over and show the cupboards that you did? I don't know if I can see. I don't know if we can see the, oh, there we go.
Yeah, get out of the light.
Yeah, the top cupboard, we don't have to really show inside. This is music cupboards, but what's different here, he has painted the cupboards, of course, and painted the shelf above, which has always been there. And he built, this is our music, he built the doors, designed the door, and this was made out of reclaimed wood, right, Joe?
Yes, everything that we have built in here has been, like 90% has been out of materials from the demo. So everything we tore down.
Yeah, we tried to.
So we haven't bought very much in terms
Wasn't
of
that good?
building materials.
Wasn't that good? Okay. So that's lovely. And of course, we don't have anything. I'm going to tell you right now that we're not finished, near finished, but also you can tell we have no artwork yet on the wall. So I will come back when we're done and show you the finished. But as you see, this is still the piano. The piano's still there. We furnished the room. I'll pan back a little bit. This is new. We haven't had furniture in here for,
Let me fix that.
what I want to say, a year. Yeah. We actually bought a new couch, which I don't think that we have bought furniture ever. I don't even know when. We're great hand-me-down furniture. So we had to have furniture today. We're having people here. So we did buy the furniture. I mean, the couch.
Sofa.
The sofa. Bought the sofa. I want to show over here. This is sort of funny. If I pan back a little bit, you can see, get a good shot here of this end. There we go. Of course, I apologize. I have a fan, which I know some of you are in very cold weather. It's fall here in California, but it's going to be about 87 today. So we still have the fan around. We don't have any of our ceiling fans in yet in this room, so we need this fan, the Flores fan. But it was cool at night. It's lovely fall weather here, cool at night. Anyway, this, of course, this chair and ottoman. I don't know if you're interested in the furniture or not, but this came from my
Table.
and from the. This was my mother's chair, and on the table you can see the cat repellent. It's just water, but a couple of our cats think this is a scratching post. I do want to show this table.
Get a shot of the table.
Yeah.
The table was made by Rebecca's father. He was quite a craftsman. He designed the table and built it around the big brass platter that
Should we
they
take the
picked
water
up.
off of there just for a minute so we can maybe get a shot of it better without it?
They picked up that platter on a trip they were on,
That's beautiful.
and then he built the table around it to hold it.
Yeah, it's an old brass.
It's an awesome piece.
You really can't see the detail in it. I don't think. It's a very old piece. It's really beautiful.
Yep.
He wanted us to have it so bad when we were closing up his house. He was determined somebody would take it, and we kept saying, well, we just don't know where we'll put it. And what did he say, Joe?
He said, well, throw something out.
Yeah, throw something out.
Okay, so we did.
So we did. Okay, so that's that end of the room. If I can pan, Joe, do you want to stand in the doorway to the porch to hide the mess till I pan over to this corner? I'm not going to show you all my bones. Okay, I'm just going to, excuse me while I turn around here. And I apologize, it's also difficult because of the bright. Oh yeah, there's Finn.
Finley is our room.
Finn, wake up and say hello. That's Finn.
Okay.
He loves this floor. Okay. Here we did, oh, you can't see with the sun. Here's this corner of the room. And this window is a new window. There was a window here, but this is a brand new window that we added. And oh, this is something that we added.
Yeah.
If you can remember what the fireplace looked like before.
Not anymore.
Joe, you want to tell us about the fireplace?
Sure. Yes, the mantle itself is 4x6 beams that came from a barn in Montana. So it's reclaimed. It was total about 18 feet long, and I cut them and joined them together with a lot of adhesive and some big 6-inch long bolts coming through from the back. And it made it a terrific mantle, very solid, heavy.
I'll come over and get a closer shot in a minute, but I just want to, while you're talking.
We built the shelves to go on top, secured to the wall. Everything's secured for earthquakes, so that's good. This is Mexican tile. Rebecca really wanted to have this, so we took it pretty much a whole day and drove down to buy it. We didn't go to Mexico, but we went about a mile and a half.
We waved to Mexico.
Yeah, about a mile and a half short of going to Mexico, where the tile dealer was in California. When we went down the freeway, the sign said, "Last exit in the USA," so we figured it was time to get off. So.
It's all handmade tile,
It is
and I'll
all
give you a
handmade
closer shot of that too in a minute.
So,
But I want you to see the difference with our old fireplace, and this is our new fireplace.
and we had doors on the old one, which we got rid of, and we're going to put a screen up instead. We don't have it yet.
Yeah, we don't have it yet. Let me come in closer and then I can show you the tile. It's really lovely. Oh, it's so lovely. I love all the colors and the variations, the little variations in the tile. It makes me happy. Oh, I'm happy. And you did a good job. Okay, here's the mantle. You see how lovely this is. This old barn wood. You can see all the knots.
We stained it dark
Yeah.
after it was put together, and then mounted it.
Yeah, and we're using the top here. Interestingly, these are all our cooking pots that we actually do take when we go camping. We take them and we use them in our fire. But it's hard, to store them, and I don't take all of them every time. I only take which ones I'm going to take. So this is a really lovely place. I thought we should have a place to store them and see them because I think they're so beautiful. Most of all of these were made by a very, very close friend of mine.
But they're all recreations
Yes.
of medieval pieces.
Right.
And she has documentation about what pieces they are and everything.
Right.
So they're
right.
very, very authentic.
So we have drip pans and skillets. This up here is an aquamanile, it's called. It's for ceremonial hand washing before the meal, which we have used. It's sort of cool. And of course, this is a fun piece. This is a teapot, which is really fun. Okay.
Oh,
Very cool. Okay, so now on to the kitchen part. And
get me out of the way.
yes, Finn, you're going to have to move. My dog's going to trip me. Finn,
Finley, come on.
did you get up, hon? Thank you.
Come on.
Okay, so okay, let me see. Right here is about, if I stand here, isn't this about where the wall was?
Yes.
And I took a picture in the last video of this area. And you see, looking at the stove, just in a little bit from the right edge of the stove, you can almost see the shadow on the wall there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right to the left.
We don't want to point
We don't
that
want to
out,
point that out. But right to the left of the skillets hanging there is where the original wall was. So this is all new to the fireplace, as you can see. These are IKEA. Oh, and look, we have like a sports bar. It's not. Joe points out it's not a sports bar because it's too tiny. But
Yeah, it's too small for a sports bar.
too small. But these are all IKEA cabinets. Oh, they're the most fun. Oh, we had to put every one of those together. As you can see, we do not have a hood yet above the oven. We do have it, the insert. We have to build that. Joe has to build
Yes,
that.
we have the sort of a design for it, and we have the unit with the fan and lights and everything that gets mounted in it. But
Right. Right.
that's still to come. That's one of the last few projects left to go.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, and here we go. Oh, it's so bright. The sun is so bright. As you can see, I don't have any window treatments up on the windows yet, but oh, the sun coming in here is glorious. This is a window. It's new as well. It's a larger window than the one we had, and boy, it makes a difference.
Big difference.
Okay, and then here's my big sink. If I can. We originally had wanted a smaller sink, and we couldn't get it. Sorry about the dishes, but again, it's Thanksgiving. But oh, this thing is so lovely. I won't go close because it's full of dirty dishes.
Yep.
But oh, I'm so glad we had to get this one, because this one you could take a bath in, couldn't you?
Yeah.
It's just lovely.
Pretty
Okay.
much.
And now this is something Joe built. You want to explain what you have here, Joe?
This is the garage for the small kitchen appliances, so they slide straight out on the counter.
Yeah.
You don't have to lift them and carry them all over the place. That's all that's built out of materials that was from the demo. So.
Okay, and this is the door he's sitting to that leads to the garage. I have closed that because you really do not need
You
to
don't
see
need-
that.
Nobody needs to see that.
We're still not unpacked. We still don't have everything away. You know, I was just located our plates for Thanksgiving dinner. Like, when, yesterday?
Yeah.
Day before? Okay, and there you see my refrigerator at home. And the last time I showed you this slate, clean slate, this refrigerator, let me back up, was this is where it was. And we've added, of course, cupboards here. IKEA cupboards. And then, Joe, do you want to go over and explain? Oh, wait, let me pan over here. This cupboard here, the orange cupboard that you see, was the original. This cupboard, why don't you tell them? Go.
Well, it's a cupboard that we made years
made.
years ago back in Pennsylvania when we lived there.
You made.
Yeah, actually, and with some help from Rebecca's father. It was stained kind of dark.
It was dyed.
It was dyed, tea dyed
Kool-
actually. We
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
Yes,
whatever.
it was like Kool-Aid.
Anyway, it was dark, and but you could see the.
Oh no, it wasn't. It was
granule
writ dye.
in it. Okay.
I was wrong. Writ dye.
So, this one, again, she was determined to bring a lot of color into this room, and this is one of the first pieces that we did. And I have to admit, I was a little worried about that.
He was worried.
I said, "You want to paint it what?"
Oh, you know,
But,
one
you
of
know,
the
she could-
advantages of being a crone is you can paint something orange, and who's going to tell you not to do it? Nobody.
Right.
And then what did you do?
Certainly
You,
not me.
and then you also adapted it, and you put the wine rack there.
So we have the rack for the wine glasses,
Yeah,
and so it's a kind of a pantry cupboard for the kitchen here. We,
right.
keep pantry food items and things.
Yeah. This is interesting. This green island, I want to step back and pan on that. The green table that you see island there is, I almost said, Joe, would you point out the green table so they can see it like they can't see the green?
Duh.
This was and I'll get it from the other side and show you, the IKEA butcher block that I said I love so much from our old kitchen. Well, we still have it, and we just closed up 3 sides of it. So this large table here that we have, our original table, can be pushed up against it when it's just us. A little bit later today, it slides out very easily, and we're just going to pull it out a little later before we eat, set the table, because we're going to have, I think there'll be 9 of us today.
9 people.
So we'll need to pull it out and a little later. But anyway, I want to show you, that was so cool. I wanted to keep it, but I didn't want, from the living room to see all the stuff underneath it. So Joe, let me go where you are, Joe. And just closed, you see, he just closed up 3 sides. It's quite brilliant, actually.
So it's got storage underneath.
And the storage we still have underneath, the access that we had from before.
And this is where we prep all the food.
Uh-huh.
A lot of sous chefing goes on in this table.
Oh, we use this all the time.
How you make every meal.
All the time. As you can see today, I'm very busy. One of my children is vegan, so I'm coming up with, I'm learning all this stuff about how to make anything. I made a pumpkin pie yesterday with tofu. I don't even want to talk about it. But anyway, what you do for your children.
Yes.
Okay, now this is the last thing. Oh, I want to see down here, we added all our cookbooks. In addition to painting my cupboard orange, I also did a very brief thing. I took the dust jackets off of all my cookbooks and off of my books. I should have showed you over there in the bookshelves. I just said, dust covers are creepy. I just wanted to see my pretty books and all the beautiful colors of the pretty books. So these are all my cookbooks.
Of course, now we don't know what any of the books look like,
We don't
so we can't
recognize
find them.
We don't recognize
It
them.
takes us 5 minutes to find a book.
Yeah, and this is
But
the
we'll get
latest.
it.
Okay, now this is the latest edition that he did. He just did. Do you want to talk about this, Joe? This
Yeah,
is
this
a
just-
masterpiece.
This just got finished in
This
the last
is
few
glorious.
days and mounted. Well, obviously, we can hang 6 cups, and these are her favorite cups that she's been waiting to hang in this kitchen for a long time.
Oh, I used
So-
to drink cocoa out of those cups as a
Yeah.
child. Oh,
so
I
put
love
pegs
those.
across for those, and then various shelves. We have a lot of teapots and various pieces like that.
We're
We
big
like
tea
to-
drinkers.
Yeah, we hold the American record for tea, I think, outside the United Kingdom. Anyway, so we have a lot of different kinds of pots and things, so we display them on the top. These are canisters. This one's for tea, and that one's for coffee, just
Yeah.
like it says. And we made those quite some time back when,
Right.
when Rebecca
Years
had a
ago.
crafting business, and she did all the painting. I made the box, and she painted them and designed them.
Yeah, let's brag.
Yeah, let's brag.
Kind of pretty.
Yeah. And I put in a plate rack,
Mm-hmm.
which I've never done before, and that was a learning experience. Believe
Oh, it's
me,
worked
that
out
was
so well.
trying to get 18 dowels to line up all at once and
Right.
snap right into place is a real trick. So I'm pretty proud of that.
This is the area we actually ours our kettle when we make our toast here in the morning, and that's the coffee pot. Oh, and back here in this corner, we use our houses in California are really small, and we have stuff, so we try to utilize every corner. I hope you can see this. If I move maybe a little bit back here, this I don't know if I can see it. It's kind of dark back there.
It is.
If I move back, there we go. Not really. But we have cupboards back here which we can use. We have engineered them perfectly so that those cupboards above open. And this is where we keep this is our wine rack.
It's the wine bar.
And then this is one of those handy, Joe, would you go over and open the IKEA cupboard to show people? IKEA is the most fun thing. If you don't know IKEA, oh my gosh. They have cupboards that'll do anything. This is
Yeah, this is a nice way
This
of
tiny little
utilizing
space.
difficult space.
yeah, it moves out
Slides out
and the drawers slide right out.
drawers all slide out.
Isn't that cool? So we can get all this stuff into tiny, tiny spaces. Perfect.
Nice.
Okay, one more thing I want to show. I will go this way. Oh, here we go. We have closed up those chairs are just sitting there waiting for Thanksgiving. They're not normally there. But anyway, we're beginning to close up this opening a little bit. Remember I said maybe if I go from this area. I don't like to zoom in because it's...
Are you?
No.
Okay.
What?
Seems like you should see more in the picture.
Oh, I don't know. I might be zoomed in. I don't think so. Anyway,
Zoom back out.
well, I don't know how.
No, here.
What? Oh, now I'm zoomed in. No, zoom out. No, I wasn't.
Okay. Never mind all that.
Disregard. Anyway, here we don't have them painted yet, but we have this theme all throughout our house, French doors, and they'll be painted eventually. And these are just the fixed panels. There'll be doors. We won't probably ever close, but we will have doors on there.
There'll be double doors hung in the center, and they'll swing into the kitchen
Yeah.
and all the way back.
Yeah.
So, they'll
You'll
probably
see.
stay open most of the time.
Most of the time. But I like it because it defines it. When you walk in, it's like this is a separate room. You're not coming in the front door there, which is, you can see through there, the front door, and dumping right into the kitchen. And it gives you a sense of we're inside a room now. I also want to show, if you can see, we don't have any, that's where my ceiling fan's going to be. But this was where Joe fell through the ceiling.
Again with that story.
And tell them what you have here now. Oh my, how many hours have you put into this ceiling?
I don't know.
It's so gorgeous.
It's a beadboard ceiling, which is pretty labor intensive because the beadboards don't come in big sheets like plywood. They come in sheets that are 8 feet long and 7 inches wide. So it's a whole series of them, and you have to nail them out into the ceiling joists everywhere. So it took a long time I had to get some help for that. A couple of guys helped me.
Yeah, but wasn't it nice? Oh, it's so nice, and it spins the whole. We have it everywhere. We have it over here too. Clear back. It's just one beautiful, huge ceiling.
Yep.
Waiting for some ceiling fans there and over here. And this is what is this hole here? The hole in the front.
That's the heat.
Oh, that's the heating duct. Which we don't
Put a
ever really
cover
turn on our heat, but if we wanted to, there's where it would come from. We're starting to trim. We don't have it trimmed. We have a lot of the trimming done and some not yet. But we're getting to it. And we'll come back and make some more. I think I've showed everything. Do you think?
Yes. That's it.
That's it. And I just want to say thank you for your interest. I know a couple of you have asked about this, so I know a few of you are interested. And I really appreciate it because Joe has worked, particularly Joe has worked so hard. And this was something that we began in January of this year.
Yep.
And it's an important day today that we're able to host our Thanksgiving, our family Thanksgiving, and have a nice clean place to sit and nice clean place to eat and most of our stuff around. And Finn, wake up. It's Thanksgiving. Wake up.
He sleeps a lot.
He sleeps a lot. He sleeps a lot. He'll be happy when everybody comes to see him. Okay, so that's all I want to say. So happy Thanksgiving. And thank you for coming to my channel. I am Rebecca, and I wish you blessings.
Happy Thanksgiving.